My name is John McEnroe, and I'm very angry with the umpire right now. The ball was in. The ball hit the line. I'm just kidding. This is not John McEnroe. This is the tennis world with the tennis expert. Sorry for those of you who didn't like the joke. For those who did, have a good laugh. But we'll get into the video now. I want to preview the semi-finals. Carlos Alcaraz was way too good for his opponent, Aliassime. Too consistent, bossed him around, too many errors from Aliassime trying to get back control there. And then Medvedev's been too good, too consistent. Anyway, let's get on and preview the semi-finals, and I'll do the final because I don't think I'm going to have much time. And when I do make a video, it'll just be a few hours before the final. You won't have much chance to watch, so I'll do both semi-finals and final. If I get a chance to do the final one exclusively in addition, I'll be doing it. But let's get into the semi-finals first. So, Yannick Sinner is going to play against Alcaraz. They've had some great matches, including the US Open. Sinner's won most of their matches. Sinner beat him at Wimbledon too. Alcaraz struggled. The typical way that Sinner does is he attacks, uses his big serve power game, attack, stop Alcaraz getting in these rallies, rush Alcaraz, overpower Alcaraz, and make the points short where Alcaraz never gets any rhythm, never gets into the rallies. And as far as Alcaraz creating power on the forehand, Sinner's actually hitting the ball very fast through the court and rushing Alcaraz. So not only does Alcaraz not get in a rally and can't find rhythm in those rallies, he doesn't have time to set up and hammer his forehand, boss Sinner around. Because Sinner's getting the ball through the court too fast. Alcaraz has a big motion on the forehand, gets rushed, doesn't have time to set up on the forehand. So Sinner's doing those two. Not allowing him to rally and getting rhythm, and not allowing him rhythm on the forehand and rushing him on the forehand. So he doesn't have time to set up on the forehand and he's rushed and doesn't have time to get in a rally, right? Just a sec. Sorry about that, guys. So, anyway, the thing is, the court is very slow here, and I think the serve from Sinner, the court is going to slow the ball down, right? So Alcaraz will be able to get more balls deep, get him into more rallies, and then when Sinner tries to attack to shorten the points and rush Alcaraz, sorry guys, and rush Alcaraz, the ball is going to be slow, going slow through the court. So to rush Alcaraz on the forehand, so he doesn't have time to set up and hammer a forehand, it's going to be very difficult for Sinner, right? It's going to be very, very difficult. So I don't think you'll be able to rush Alcaraz on forehand because the ball's going to hit the court, slow down. Alcaraz is going to have enough time to set up on the forehand and push Sinner around and put him in a position where he's not good defensively, right? And as far as not letting Alcaraz in long rallies because you're rushing him, your power game and your serve, the ball's not going to go through the court, so you won't rush him. So he will get you into a rally, and then Alcaraz is going to out rally you. He will get the rallies because the court's slower. He will get the rhythm, and he will out rally Sinner, and Sinner won't be able to rush him on the forehand where he doesn't have time to set up. He will have time to set up, and he will boss Sinner around with the forehand and expose his lack of movement. And even Sinner's serve, it won't go through the court fast enough. Alcaraz will get it back, get him into rallies on his own service game, and Alcaraz is going to be able to get him enough rallies, get enough rhythm, out rally Sinner, and have enough time to set up on the forehand and in these rallies dictate Sinner and move him around with his forehand. And Sinner's serve power shortening points game. It won't work on this court, and Alcaraz gets the rallies, gets the forehand, gets the time to set up and overpower Sinner. We saw him win at the US Open, which was a slow hard court, and I think we'll see it again today, but it'll be 3 sets with Sinner. Really does well against him. Big serve, power game. Will be able to rush him enough with the serve and the power game and take away his forehand enough just to get 1 set, but not to get 2. Alcaraz in 3 sets. Other semi-final, Medvedev Tiafoe. Medvedev's just going to simply out-rally Tiafoe. Basically, because Medvedev will move him around, he'll out-rally him, and then Tiafoe will have to go for, when he doesn't want to be out-rallied, move bossed around in the rally, he's going to have to go for too much power, too close to the line, make errors. Medvedev wins those points, and then when he tries to pull it in a bit and not go for so much power close to the line, now you got a Medvedev out-rally him again, and then he loses either way. Straight sets, but 2 close sets for Medvedev. 3 sets Alcaraz over Sinner. That sets us up with a Alcaraz versus Medvedev final. Another thing about the Sinner match with Alcaraz, when Sinner can't get the ball through the court fast enough, right? And Alcaraz is getting the rally and he's getting the forehand, he's bossing around. He's going to have to try to go for too much power himself, too close to the line, just to overpower Alcaraz, rush him, and shorten the points. But that's going to cause errors. And then when he doesn't go for as much, Alcaraz will get in the rally, bossing around with the forehand. And then when Sinner doesn't want the long rallies that he's bossed around with Alcaraz's forehand, he goes for too much power, too close to the line, make errors too. But yeah, 3 sets. So in this final, Alcaraz Medvedev, which I'm predicting. And by the way, if one of these guys win, Alcaraz or Medvedev, they win the final. So Medvedev would beat Sinner in straight sets easily, and also Alcaraz would beat Tiafoe in straight sets. They'll just out-rally their opponent, be too good, and when they don't want to be out-rallied, they go for too much power near the line and make errors. But straight sets, due to that, Medvedev over Sinner, and straight sets Alcaraz over Tiafoe. And if one of them gets through, they're the champion, 2023 champion, Alcaraz or Sinner. But if they both make the final, that's my preview for that one. The thing is, I think the court is like a bit slow, where the advantages Medvedev has on his serve, better serve than Alcaraz, is taken away. And Alcaraz can get back to serve, get him in the rallies, take advantage of the slower courts, having more time to react, respond, get back Medvedev's serve, and take away the advantage. The second thing a slower court's going to do is Medvedev struggles on a slower court to get the ball through the court and finish rallies and hit a winner. And it's particularly true when he's playing against a very fast defender like an Alcaraz on a very slow court. To get the ball with enough power through this very slow court past a very fast defender like Alcaraz, you need a lot of power in your rally shots. Medvedev simply doesn't have it. So him getting the ball through the court past Alcaraz defense to hit a winner will be very difficult, right? Whereas on Alcaraz's side, he's got a big motion on the forehand. He wants time to set up. And once he has the time to set up, he can hit the ball through any court and any defender. He will have the time to set up on the forehand because it's a slow court. Medvedev doesn't have a huge amount of power. He won't be rushed, and now he's got time to set up on the forehand, and he can generate enough power to get through any defender on any court. That includes Medvedev and Indian Wells. So he's got this big shot that he can get through the court, get through Medvedev's defense and finish points. Whereas Medvedev is struggling to create enough power to get through the slow court and Alcaraz defense, right? And the main thing is, if you're Medvedev, you would need power to get through Alcaraz's court and Alcaraz's defense, which I don't think he has. And you'll also need power to get the ball through the court fast enough where you can rush Alcaraz on the forehand. He doesn't have time to set up, because if he gets the forehand going, you're in trouble. But I don't think he has enough power to get it through the slow court to rush Alcaraz. So Alcaraz now is not rushed, has the time to set up, and now has the ability to finish points and get enough power to get through this court and finish the point and hit a winner, right? But whereas Medvedev can't get it through the court past Alcaraz's defense to hit enough winners, and then can't rush Alcaraz on the forehand. So now Alcaraz has time to set up and can generate that power to get past Medvedev's defense on this court. And I just think he'll just be simply overpowered. His defense won't be good enough because Alcaraz will have enough power and enough patience and won't be rushed in the forehand, and will just be lots of long rallies. But Alcaraz controlling the rallies and dictating with the forehand. So for that reason, I say 3 sets for Alcaraz. Medvedev's still playing very well right now, good enough to get a set, and maybe his defense is so good Alcaraz has to go for. Sometimes gets frustrated, goes for so much power near the line, makes errors, but overall he has enough power to consistently get through Medvedev's defense. Medvedev doesn't have to get through his defense on the slow court. Medvedev can't rush him, so he's able to set up from forehand, boss all the rallies, overpower Medvedev, have enough power to finish off the rallies. So I say 3 sets for Carlos Alcaraz, and Carlos Alcaraz is your 2023 Indian Wells champion. That's my video for today. I'll go back and I'll review the semi-final, final. Small chance I'll do a final preview after the semi-finals, even though I've already done it here, just a more up-to-date one. Subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. We've got Miami, we've got the clay court season, so much coming up. So subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Thanks for being with me, guys, and thanks for watching, and bye for now. Have a really great day, and thanks for watching. Thanks for being with me. Subscribe. Bye for now.